books on the shelf. They're visible. That's the important thing. We gotta look smart. This is Jamie Stegmaier's A Crowdfunding Strategy Guide. I'm sure that this book is not out of date whatsoever. It's been on the shelf since 2015. To begin, insert the attached floppy disk into your Apple IIe before booting MS-DOS.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassel. Welcome to Week in Review, a series where we talk about all the videos we put out over the past week, giving you short summaries of each. And then if you want to know more, we got links and watch the whole thing. Before I jump into Week in Review, I do want to say thanks for watching. First of all, Happy New Year. Second of all, and thirdly, we have this week, we're launching our GameFound campaign. This is our crowdfunding campaign where it's a support drive for the Dice Tower. If you like the videos we put out over the course of the year, and we try to make all of our videos free for people to watch. If you like those, consider supporting us so we can continue doing it for another year. So that's going to go live on GameFound at noon this Wednesday, and you can find out more at supportdicetower.com. All right, let's talk about Week in Review. Here we go.
Hey everybody, Garcia here, and here's what I reviewed last week. I did a place for all my books, which I give a 6 out of 10 to. This is a very puzzly game that, again, tries to come across as very cozy, but I find the puzzly nature of it to become almost pedantic sort of quickly. It devolves into a lot of head down, everybody please be quiet because I need to puzzle out how to pick up stacks of things and rearrange them. Production's lovely, the theme is very nice, but I found the game to, I guess, not give me what I was hoping a game like this would give me. I think somebody who enjoys the puzzles doesn't mind the solitaire nature of it, and wants that sort of cascading, grind to a halt sort of feel. It's going to enjoy it more than I did. I liked it all right. I wouldn't be opposed to playing it. I just didn't love it. And then I reviewed Bohemians, which I gave an 8 out of 10 to. This is another game that really kind of lives and dies by its theme in many ways, but I found the gameplay here to be more interesting. In this one, the game does a good job of sort of putting you in the shoes of this character, of this person trying to make it as an artist, and the life you lead. It has a lot of humor, has a lot of charm, a lot of heart in it. Fantastic artwork, and just a kind of a funny game in many ways, and I enjoy what it does with its various parts. It's a game that stands out for me from many other games, a little bit mechanically, but a lot thematically, and a lot with what it is it's doing. So I like this one. If you want something that is like, a suffering artist simulator a little bit, this might be one that's going to give you a couple of chuckles and some interesting things to think about. So that's Bohemians, and that's it for me. Let's keep on rolling.
Hey, welcome to the first Chris Time of 2026. This week I took a look at 2 games. The first, Wispwood from CGE. I wish I liked this one. I gave it a 5. It's okay. It's a pattern matching playing kind of a game. It's a little bit tetramino or polyomino. It's a little bit make objectives in lines and rows that score off of each other. It's a little rinse and repeat. It goes on a bit too long for me, and I don't find it very interesting, so 5 out of 10. However, Recall, I gave an 8. This is really a follow-up to Revive. It has a lot of the similar kind of DNA. Even looks very similar. You could convince me that it was from the same world as Revive, and I think that it's not on purpose. I like it a lot. It's an 8 out of 10 for me because I think it's a very solid game. I love upgrading the actions. I love getting upgrades in a few different ways, including earning in-game victory points. But you also want to focus on the end-game stuff, but you're getting less bonuses from getting points mid-game. A lot of great things going on, and it's solid, so an 8 out of 10. I also did Dice Tower Arena for the month of December this last week, where I played a couple of 2-player games on Board Game Arena and did a few other videos. But go ahead and check that out. That, folks, has been my week.
All right, happy 2026. This week, I took a look at 3 different games. First up was A Place for All My Books. I found this one to be very satisfying. Came in at a 7.5 on it. It does talk about itself as a cozy game. It says it right there on the cover. I would not consider this a cozy game. I do think it's very satisfying, like I said, but it's extremely puzzly, and I find myself sequencing my turns together to try to have a efficient puzzle or turn sequence in it. So I really enjoyed A Place for All My Books, came in at a 7.5. Also to 7.5 was Map Masters. Again, kind of a puzzly game. But in this one, it's going to have dry erase cards that you're arranging out to try and go through a dungeon and, I guess, successfully complete some goal, or most successfully. You want to maybe one round collect a lot of keys or fight a lot of monsters, something like that. So some overall goal that you're trying to do. You have 5 cards that you're placing out to build your map and then draw your way through the dungeon. I did enjoy that. It has a cooperative mode that I did not play, but for the competitive version, at least, or the competitive mode, I came in at a 7.5. And then finally, I took a look at Spirits of the Wild Awakening. This was an 8 for me. I was surprised by this one. It's a 2-player head-to-head game, really abstract. I can't tell you much about the theme because it's just not there, but it's pretty. This is a second version, so this is a reworking of Spirits of the Wild, and really it's basically the same game, just has some updated art and additional variability in there with additional animals that you can play, or the spirits here that you can play, and additional goal cards, or not goal cards, the refresh cards when you get that action as well. So just some variability to kind of extend the play. Really found it satisfying, 2-player back-to-back. It's very head-to-head, but doesn't feel mean. Feels a little bit more like just trying to get ahead of the other person and successfully complete your animals in your tableau. So Spirits of the Wild Awakening was an 8 for me. That's it to kick off the new year. Let's keep going.
Hi, I'm Wendy Yee, and this week I have one game that I was in a review for, and that is Recall. So this is a follow-up to Revive, or it's kind of like a second game in the same universe. And I gave it an 8 because I think it is absolutely solid engine building Euro game. I think there's a lot to it that I really enjoyed. I like the tracks. I like the keys. I just liked a lot of what was going on. There are a few things in the exploration board that I think are just fine. But the bulk of the game I did enjoy. So this was an 8 for me. If you want to check out that review, go ahead and check that one out.
Okay, so I took a look at a bunch of different games. I did 2 groups of short review roundups, but I also reviewed Runner's Contact, or First Contact. This is a game in which there are templates placed on the board, and it's a bunch of agents chasing down an alien, kind of like Scotland Yard. If you like Scotland Yard, I think you would like this game. I enjoyed it, 7.5. Aspen's a 2-player abstract strategy game about growing trees. Aspens versus firs. But it's neat because it has shades of Go to it, but also a little bit of dice rolling, and it looks really beautiful when it's done. I was very impressed. 8 out of 10. Map Masters, a game that can be played cooperatively, which is fine, but competitively, where I really like it, where you're building your own little dungeon, very thinky, only 5 cards that you put out each round of the game, and very simple, but yet a lot of thinking. It's unique. 7.5. Wispwood, another game where you build in Tetris-type shapes. The difference in this one from CGE games is that the grid grows from 4 to 5 to 6, and some of the elements stay in and some go out. So there's some unique stuff there, and it's very pretty. 7 out of 10. Dice Throne Outcast. Dice Throne, rapidly becoming one of my favorite games. Love Dice Throne. 4 new characters, all like from literature, spooky-esque creatures. The Headless Horseman is my favorite of the bunch, but they're all really cool. 9 out of 10. And then Bohemians, this is a game in which you're building a line of characters and matching up symbols. I enjoyed it. It's unique and interesting, but the theme, I think, carries more than anything else. This whole theme of these lackadaisical people who want to put more effort into just being than working. Some cuteness there, a 7 out of 10. And Recall, this is a game which is kind of a follow-up to Revive, and it's very similar in many ways to the game Revive, same designers and such, but lots of moving parts, a big Euro game, a lot of crunchy goodness, an 8 out of 10. So there you go, folks. Those are all the videos we put out this past week. We also did a top 10 games that need a 2.0 and more stuff. Thanks for watching. I'm Tom Vassel. This is Week in Review on the Dice Tower. Hey folks, thanks for watching another one of our videos. If you like our videos, if you like our channel, if you would love to game with us at one of our conventions, check out Dice Tower Cruise, Dice Tower East, and Dice Tower West. Fantastic conventions where we play games with wonderful people, a humongous library, and lots of other events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check out our channel, like and subscribe. I'm Tom Vassel.